those fun games for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a great test for our team, especially at the beginning of the season. So we're looking forward to it.
What do you expect going into this game? I mean, you expect to win every game, but realistically going into this, what would make you pleased about you guys?
I would like to see us compete for 4 quarters. I mean, with the Penn State game, it got kind of a little away quick. We would like to compete for all 4 quarters. No matter what the score is, we want to just compete and show everybody that no matter who we play, it's going to be a good game. We're going to give you all.
It's more excited for this one. I mean, the coaches sounded really excited. So, I mean, the players more excited than they are? Or?
We're very excited. They're the number 6 team in the whole nation. I mean, everybody, we saw you and I go down there and take them to the last few seconds, and we think we can do the same thing. Some of the teams that they lost to last year, we actually blew out. So we think anybody can get beat on any day, and Saturday might be our day to get them.
For your starter, this is second year in a row. You played Big Ten teams. How jacked up are you for this?
I'm very jacked up. Coach always says, if you like to play against competition, these are the games you love to get. So, I mean, I can't wait to guard Kulianos and McNutt. I think it's going to be a great challenge, and I'm up for it.
You're one of the few seniors on a pretty young team. What's the pressure like?
Pressure? Not much of a pressure. I mean, we just get our team ready each game. So, I mean, just like Coach Spoo was saying, if they follow us, we're going to try to bring them to the promised land. Just get everybody behind us and take it one game at a time.
What do you expect the atmosphere to be like at that place?
Crazy. I mean, I think they hold about 80,000, so I mean, it's going to be almost like Penn State. Not as many people, but it's going to be loud and it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. You just have to stay together, talk loud, and play your heart out.
They still got the pink locker rooms, don't they? Or you've been warned about that?
We heard about the pink locker room thing, and we can't let that get to us. We just got to go out and play our games. But yes, we've heard about the pink locker room. We're ready for it. We're not going to let it affect us.
If I go back and I look at that game against Penn State last year, I mean, they really hit on a few big plays kind of early on and stuff that maybe you say, maybe that ball should have fallen down. And do you think that if you can just limit that stuff against the Hawkeyes, you can get that game into the second half and then give you guys a chance?
Yeah, I think that would be our best advantage if we just eliminate all the big plays, because really the big plays are what kind of hurt us. The big pass they did and the fumble recovery right before halftime, that kind of hurt us. And I think if we just make them line up and just drive down the whole field, they're going to make more mistakes than we will, and it'll be a better and close game.
Do you think the App State thing, do you think that it puts these teams on more high alert than maybe, I mean, just kind of drives home the fact that they need to, figure it out and get out there and not just, sleepwalk into the first quarter too?
Yeah, like Coach Rock told us yesterday, we have more to gain than they do. I mean, they have to win this game just for themselves and for the nation. They can't have a close game like they had last year. We have nothing to lose. Everybody thinks we're going to get blown out or whatever. So I mean, we're going up there to compete. They're fighting for their livelihood. They want to win national championship and all that. They can't have a close game with us. We have everything. Just we're playing just to compete with them, and they have to worry about their whole year. So the scare versus us can really crush their year. So we're up for the challenge.
What do you tell the team going into a game like this?
Well, just to do what we've done and try to execute as best we can. Play hard, play fast, play smart. We can't afford to give them anything because we know what we're up against. But and remind them of the teams that have played these games and from our level and have won and played them very close. So we've got to play that way to get the kickoff on the season in the right frame of mind.
How much, last year's game at Penn State, how much can that, help this team in terms of knowing what to expect in a road atmosphere like that?
Well, it will our leaders, and the 4 leaders that I mentioned here at the luncheon, our guys that will stabilize that group. It won't be as large as Penn State, but it'll be as loud, if not louder, because the crowd is right down on the field at Kinnick Stadium, if I recall correctly. So they'll have to overcome that and just try to keep that out of their minds as best possible and try to focus on what their assignments are and playing hard.
Going up against a nationally ranked team, the very first game of the season, you talk about how it'll be a good test for the team, but do you think it's ideal?
Well, we have to play these kinds of games. Everybody at our level is playing a team like this or very comparable to them. It is in a large degree a financial situation. We need to get that kind of income for our program, so we know we have to play these games. Now, would you like to have somebody a little bit softer? I'm not so sure. I think Coach Smiley summed it up the best. We'll know where we're at after we play this team, being a sixth-ranked team in the country. We'll know a lot more about our football team and what we're going to be capable of the rest of the way. So there's some definite benefits. The liabilities obviously would be if we could come out of this thing injured, then there's going to be some concerns because we're already a little bit nicked up dramatically, particularly in that offensive line. So, but we'll see. We're going to know where we're at and move on from there.
It's maybe a little bit better of a matchup than for you guys in the Penn State game was last year, because it would seem that maybe the Nittany Lions had a little bit more big play potential than this squad does.
Yeah, if our defensive line can hold up, they are a running team primarily, and they'll try to do that and set up the play action pass. So I think we're more suitable to that. Now, if they can, gash us for 6, 7, 8 yards per rush, then it's going to be a long afternoon for us. But I'm not sure they can do that. They've got some injuries too that they've got to contend with. First game, they haven't seen us. Their defense hasn't seen the shotgun and the pistol formation and a lot of that motion that's going to go into this game. So hopefully that'll be an advantage for us. So we'll see.